It's all very well going after that metal-faced mechon, but shouldn't we have some kind of plan?
How about checking out Colony 6?
Colony 6, the only other Homs colony left.
Colony 6 is on the way to Sword Valley, where there's supposed to be a mechon base. If that's where they came from, maybe the people in Colony 6 saw something.
Good point. They might even know something about that metal-faced mechon. So, we go past the Magmel ruins and up through Tephra Cave. Then we should arrive at the Bionist Knee.
Yeah, and if we can get to the knee, it ain't far to Colony 6, right?
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Colony 6.
And let us do that with more determination and more things waiting for us. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we made our way to the ether cylinders, but unfortunately the mechon came and mechon attacked, and unfortunately the economy didn't hold up well, and as this resident is saying, Fjord unfortunately was caught in the crossfire and didn't make it out. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, but thanks to her, she's the reason why we're still here. And again, that gives us more incentive to go after that metal-faced mechon. But anyway, before we go off to Colony 6, like Shulk said, we should probably make a plan. And what we're going to do here is prep for the long journey. And, as the game mentioned prior, here we have Gem Man. Hello there, young'un. I got something that might interest ya. Someone tell you it's about this here furnace. When creatures die, they leave evil crystals behind.
I like how it's shaped like a Monado.
Yeah, subtlety much. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that, don't they? Evil particles in the body are. Whoops, that stuff's too complicated. Not yet. Something tells me as it's going through the Bionist, we're gonna find a lot more on how it works. But either way, what this guy is essentially telling us is that here we have another additional of prep, i.e. ether crystals. Like guy says, once a monster dies, it sometimes leaves remnants behind, and you can use it to buff up your weapons and armor. So, in a nutshell, that's what it is. And I will be quite honest, this is the one thing that I wish could use some work in the game. Because what it essentially comes down to is us getting free stuff.
Yay!
Hooray! But no, this is just a brief tutorial on how it works. But yeah, if I were to boil it down to basics, because you can get various grades of gems, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even go up to 6 in some points, if you are lucky. Why do I say lucky? Well, most of this is down to RNG, and I'm not really a fan of that.
RNG?
Yeah, it's random essentially. So, and this can be really complicated at first, and because I myself didn't understand, but I'll put it as simply as I can. Basically, if you want to upgrade an attribute, say, I want more strength, or defense, or agility, or any of the ones that is exclusive to Xenoblade Chronicles, in order to make it from a fragment to a gem, you need to get it over 100%.
And the further past 100% you get, the stronger the quality gem it'll have.
Exactly, but a thing is, you can't just add and add and add. Once it gets past to 100% to any degree, that's it. You can't add any more. Basically, you can't boost your chances higher.
And they become cylinders, as shown here.
Which is kind of complicated, but something that will make a nice demonstration here is you can see for the first level 1 crystals we have, they're all based on agility. So like I mentioned, you say, "Oh, I just keep spamming until it uses all up. Therefore, I'll get a gem level 5 of agility." Unfortunately, that's not how it goes. Once you get past 100, say like now, yeah, that's it. You can't add any more. And then it goes on to the characters.
I'm all over that.
And just let you know, the only thing we pressed right there is A to speed things up for your time. There was nothing we could do. We couldn't time anything better or anything. It's just random. That is something that I wish they would do more work on. Perhaps it could be a mini game of timing or whatnot, but still.
And I feel like the level 1 gems and crystals don't amount to much. I mean, because that agility up I just made, it only increases agility by 3.
3 points, but again, that can be life or death in some fights. It always varies in what type of level you're at. But going on from that, another way to prep is going to the shop. That's right here. This was a bit of an awkward phase in the last episode, seeing how the colony was attacked. But here, it's just a bog standard fare of say, I want a better, I want a better weapon or better armor. And you can for some people. And I will say now, you can invest in weapons as much as you want, but if there's one thing that I will say, you should probably save the majority of your money to what's the very end. But and what these are art books. Basically, what they do is they allow your art in battle to advance to higher levels. And this is only the level 1 of them. I will say it now. The later levels, they get expensive. Very expensive. Or a massive pain in the arse, who knows, take your pick. But as long as you are happy leveling up the type of art you want or you think you're going to need, that's all well and good. The rest can be used for good armor. But as we showed last episode, the shop is not the only place in which you can get new armor and new weapons. And unfortunately, at this point, you cannot get the armor books anywhere else except for the shops. We'll get to that way later on. But yeah, if you can't afford a piece of armor or a weapon in a shop, no worries. Just fight around a bit, and eventually monsters will drop something which will be possibly better. Except now that you are a higher level, fighting monsters here is probably ill advised.
Oh, and also something that this game has over the second one is a collectopedia.
Yeah, and a collectopedia, it all dives into more achievement getting. But something that I do love about this in particular is that it gives you a sort of lore about each region, or at least in some cases like this, so as some kind of odd machine part or other. Looks old, but it should be usable.
I love how they give descriptions on the items here.
Yeah, it's nothing that's game. It's something that's world building or whatnot, but it's just something like that as well. If you go back to the one down there, Alice, a horrible little white thing that Fiona named when she was little. very somber. But here is another cool thing. If you were to say fill fill out an area, say like we have two fruits there. You just fill out the fruits. Each time you fill a category, you get a reward from it. So it's not just filling things in for 100%. It's actually helping you along the way, which I think is brilliant. It doesn't hurt. It's not wasting your time. And if you go out of your way, then it can be rewarding.
But it can also be difficult because sometimes you'll need one of these items for a future quest, and once you drop it in here, it's gone forever.
Yeah, I say can be. Can be. Oh boy. Just you wait. We have a few things to say about this, but we will do it when the time comes. And again, a good point. Every little thing you do for the first time, it gives you an achievement. So you know what? It makes you feel good. It gives you that sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. If I were to take a jab at something.
Monolith is patting you on the back.
Yeah, indeed. But again, it's not something that's condescending. It's the first time for an introductory. Yay! And then it just lets you ride on throughout the game. But as we're going on, let's see if we can test our strength one more time. This guy gave us trouble.
The enemy's weak.
But now we have the Monado, and one simple backslash has taken him down a third of his health. Yes, I know you could say, oh, but your level's higher. But nah, with the Monado and how strong we've got, this guy, piece of cake.
Bunch of jokers.
Even Reyn agrees.
But even then, like I mentioned there, fighting unique monsters, as I mentioned a few episodes ago, it does reward you with useful items and armor, which is an added incentive to kill. But also, like I mentioned earlier, it's pretty much ill-advised to go around at this point and kill all of the monsters that are hanging around. It was good initially, but now these enemies are just gonna give you one EXP this time round. Monolith was smart. It's fluent, but it doesn't let you take the piss. You can't just say, I'm gonna farm 1 million bunnets and be level 99 in 2 hours. Nope, sorry, can't do that.
Even though backslashing bunnets in one hit's fun.
Oh yeah. But it always gives you an incentive to keep going. And as night falls, we're going back in the Tephra Cave, and the soldiers, they seem somber. I say that, and they just talk about Tephra Caves as nothing ever happened. But hey ho. Fans, here we are, arriving back in Tephra Cave, and I'll say it now. It's pretty weird to have Shulk with the Monado. Even though it's only been a few episodes, I'm still so used to him carrying the junk sword and him having his bog standard arts. but speaking of bog standard arts, it might be a while if you might not be able to see it in this episode yet. But Reyn, he has a full art pal for about now. So therefore, even though we're pretty much just starting the game, Reyn is already well suited with moves and is pretty well suited for a lot of things, whether it's just simply based on attacking, defending, or even stat buffs. So, and this is another good aspect about the game, is that unlike, say, a long-winded RPG that gives you like 3 moves and then it takes you about 2 hours to get a new one. Right, fight Final Fantasy X. I'm looking at you. We've only just been here roughly an hour and a half, and we're all good to go. A full art palette has been reached.
And we'll be right as rain. Get it? You crack me up, Shulk.
Guys, I know your morale is at an all-time high, but seriously, your best friend and just died. I mean, come on, let's have a little bit of respect here, a little bit of decorum, please. Yeah, but if you wanted to, you can just stick with Reyn and he has various moves to go. And best part is, he ain't even done yet. He hasn't even got access to his best moves yet, even though some of his moves, like the one used there, is pretty good as is. And since getting in, since we're talking about art and variety, I will say the same thing. I'll say one thing. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. I apologize. But the fact that what Reyn, take Shulk for example, he's kind of the opposite of Reyn. Shulk is the main character with the Monado, but that only means that he's not gonna have as much attack or art variety as Reyn. And I'll say it now, the art palette, with how many arts there are on there, that's pretty much all of Shulk's. I'm just gonna say it right now. So it all depends on your preference and the situation you're in. Do you want someone with a lot of move variety but probably is not going to be very useful in some situations, or would you want the Monado that has little variety, at least for now, and Epic can hit hard regardless? It all depends. In a nutshell, do you want reliability or flexibility? At each his own. And going forward, now we have another weapon, another side quest spammer. We will deal with all this in due time, most likely off screen. Yeah, yes, yada yada yada. You can always jump into the lake. Wow! That's also pretty scary. Reyn, how about it? Won't you help out Defense Force, buddy? Maybe.
You think with these guys that are spamming quests, you want to keep skip, but then sometimes the characters chime in. Yeah,
that's something that I really like. And not only is it funny flavor text, a little bit of to the right there, we are gaining affinity with the characters. It's happened a few times as the game's gone on, whether it's side quests or whether it's chiming in conversations. Here we see the affinity between Colony 9, or the people we've met thus far, and of course within our own party. Right now, Reyn and Shulk, they're a couple of squares.
And they could do that heart to heart now.
They can, but they would be in bad taste. But hey, I'd love to, but unfortunately we have to keep listening to this guy with, various stuff. You know what? We're part of the Defense Force. I didn't think we were messenger boys.
He has 6 children.
Yep. Buddy, you have priorities, I think. not the ones I want. We haven't been in contact with Colony 6 for a while. The block door is open now, so it's possible to go and check. That doesn't sound all too hopeful. Well, damn.
This door, it was closed when we came past before. But it's open now.
Maybe it was programmed to open up in case of Mechon emergency. The way to the Bionis knee is just ahead. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
And here we go. It was so quick. The door didn't even have time to open in that cutscene.
Oh, hi.
And we have another quest spammer, so we're just gonna breeze through this real quick. And we got it. I love these moments in which you can just talk, and all of a sudden get quests done without doing anything. You see?
That's why it's good to not put so many things in the collectopedia.
Yeah. Two quests in a row. Can we make it a triple?
Oh, hi.
No.
That'd be a no. Well, unfortunately.
Oh, hi.
And you finally shut up. Thank God. Let's move. Let's move on and hurry up through.
An ether lamp.
Don't traders use these things as guideposts?
Yeah. We can follow them to the Bionis knee.
Okay. But if armed traders need guideposts, it must be pretty dangerous in here. Let's keep our wits about us.
Definitely.
I like how you can hear the ambient Tephra Cave noise.
Yeah, it's not just a great soundtrack. Even the sound effects are lovely. Again, the game soundtrack and just sound and sound design works on so many levels. And here we are into deeper depths of Tephra Cave. And it gets heart-to-heart with spoiler alert. We don't get to see yet, but whatever we do get to see is an eyesore. That gradient can blind someone, and this is another way in which you can get ether deposits for a gem craft. That's just random ones, just out in a nutshell. And seem to have unique monsters and whatnot, but we're not going to go over that right now. We are just going to make our way through and hopefully move on to bigger things. Unfortunately, a Crabble does not equal a face Mechon, and that's our true target. And spiders. Oh boy, if any RPG or any film or any media in general, they've always depict spiders as polite, helpful, and totally not creepy enemies at all. and seeing how they are, greeting us in a nice way, and we respond in stabbing them and punching them according to Reyn, and greeting us with daytime. Apparently that chest had daytime in it.
And unlike the other enemies we fought so far, they're attracted to sound.
Yeah, so basically what that means is you can walk by them, but if you run, they'll come after you. So example, Shulk and Reyn just walking straight past, and that's it. And I'm sure it's the last we'll see of spiders. I'm sure of it.
What the?
Look at the emblem. They're traders from Colony 6. No wonder it's been so long since the last delivery.
Reyn, their injuries.
They weren't made by no Mechon. It was probably the monsters that live here. Man, that's grim. I don't want to go like this. Not even killed by Mechon, just some monsters in a cave.
They probably had families. Children.
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me. But why'd you say that?
Oh, no reason. Reyn, shouldn't we return them to the Bionis?
Huh? Oh, right. What's born from the Bionis is returned to the Bionis. That's the way of the Homs. That was way harder than I thought it'd be. I'm just about ready to collapse.
Let's take a rest. If the monsters in here killed all these traders, we need to be at our best. I'm wide awake, so I'll take first watch.
Thanks, man. The nap will do me good. Shulk, my turn.
Awake already?
Didn't sleep a wink. Oh, I still feel like I just did one of Vanguard's drills. Hey. Why do you think the Mechon attacked? Are we just food to them? Or what? Did we do something wrong? Sort of reminds me of the battle between the Bionis and the Mechonis. I wonder if it's anything to do with that.
Well, it's hard to believe that living things are just a source of energy for machines. There has to be another reason.
Mechon killed Fiora.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll never forgive them. I don't care what their reason is.
When it happened, the Monado showed me that Fiora was in danger, but I couldn't save her.
It's not your fault. Just because the Monado showed you some future, that don't mean you could do anything about it. You did great. You fought them off. I couldn't have done that. You know, I've been thinking about it. Why you can use the Monado, I mean. Dixon told me. You're a survivor from the Monado expedition team that went out 14 years ago. There was a blizzard or something, and your mum and dad died. And then Dixon found you and brought you back.
That sounds right. I was pretty young, so I don't really remember anything.
Is that why you do it? Why you're always helping Dixon with his research and trying to figure out the Monado?
Maybe. Part of me does see it as something to remind me of my mum and dad. But mainly, if it really is the sword that the Bionis used to kill the Mechonis, like in the legend, I want to work out its secret. That's the real reason.
I've got it. You were chosen by the Monado.
What? Chosen?
Don't you see? Not even Dunban can handle it. It ain't chance that you can and he can't. I'll take the next watch. You get some rest.
Okay, I'll try. Night, Reyn.
Do you wish to change it?
Huh?
The future. It is every man's desire to change the future. Is that not so? Even if everything has been predestined, will you not oppose it? The Monado is now in your hands. The Monado will grow with you. If you can find the true Monado, the future is yours.
The true Monado.
Shulk. Shulk.
Reyn!
Shulk! Shulk! Reyn! What are you playing at? Give us a hand!
And seems like the monsters in the cave just came. Just came here, and we're having such a nice dream too. But oh well. Seems like we're a bit outnumbered. This might be a time in which you might use some of that. An AoE move, which always take them out or at least weaken them to a great degree. And as long as you keep yourself healed and be mindful of the aggro, you can make short work of these things. And of course, we never see the last of the spiders. Spiders throws a prick. But something we saw during that last cutscene, it just showed enough in which you can understand other characters, especially with Shulk. Be like, oh sure, this happened to his parents, and I feel like it finds a balance of telling enough and showing enough, and not in your face so much.
I'm sorry, Reyn.
Don't worry about it. It looked like you were having a nightmare.
Really?
The Monado is now in your hands. The Monado will grow with you. If you can find the true Monado, the future is yours.
The true Monado? Was I dreaming?
What's with you? We'd better get a move on.
It wasn't a dream. Was it a vision? What should I do? I could tell Reyn, but I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that's all fine and good. Before you proceed, let us get these collectibles within a grim position. And can I say, when they talk about returning them to the Bionis, and Ryan talks about, oh, that was tiring. I wanted to collapse. I don't want to think what you were doing with that. What? The only thing I can see is we dropped them into an ether pool. I don't quite know.
And Reyn said he could collapse, but he couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah, indeed. He's a liar on many degrees. He's either not explaining the full thing on how we deal with sending them back to the Bionis. But hey ho, we're not going to dwell on that. Want to keep on going, and let's see what else we can find. But before we do that, here we have a shiny red collectible for something which we do not know yet. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Totally fine. Totally fine.
What on Bionis are those?
Monsters' egg sacs, I think. But it looks like there are mechon parts inside as well.
Man, what kind of monsters are they?
Probably some type of Arachno. Reyn, get back! Reyn! No! If that vision comes true, then Reyn, I've got to find him.
Well, no one said going Con 6 will be easy. Let alone find that face Mechon while these things awkwardly shuffle around us. But I think on this grim scene, we're going to end things off there. So next time in Xenoblade Chronicles, we'll be heading forward and signifying Reyn and stopping that vision from coming true. I want to be a guy to change the future. Until then, see you next time, everyone, and thank you for watching.